Day and welcome, Global Minga Heartbeat for Peace. We are here on Saturday Night Live. This is the real Saturday Night Live, I believe, and we have an incredible panel. Our Saturday evenings, we've been gathering together our Global Minga to share and bring forward the collective wisdom and energy that we're all carrying with the healing rods, and also just our shared, more importantly, the heartbeat for peace. You know, when we come together in this way with intention, and particularly when we're using our tools like the Egyptian healing rods, we are able to expand. And I know you out there will be feeling us as we expand. We have a lot to share. Shri will also be sharing some of his wisdom with us and closing with a meditation that you can absolutely connect with. So stay tuned with us for the next 15 or so, and welcome to this moment. Thank you for being here, everybody. Welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
How are you doing, Shri?
Hey everyone. I'm kind of quietly enjoying all these beautiful faces and the smiles. And of course, there's all the people that I don't see in physical form that are connecting in with us here at Facebook. And I want to offer a big hug of welcome. Welcome to your family. Welcome to this moment of being in this place and the space of the Ascended Heart. It all begins right here, and from here we go together into the heartbeat of peace, into the global Minga, into the service that is joyful. So, beloved ones, as we have these beautiful people joining us, why don't we go around and each of us share a little bit on how you're feeling tonight, how you're using the rods. What is it that you can share that will inspire and lift us all? And if that feels like pressure, then just share your love.
Incredible.
So let's begin with Sarah.
Well, first off, hello everyone, those here on the panel with me and those that are watching or will be watching, and even those that aren't. It's really an honor to be in this space as oneness together. And I am so honored to be holding space here in Iowa for what is going on down there in Tosa and the Pyramid of Peace, and to be a part of this community. This community holds peace and love and joy, and being a part of these 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock or whatever time you connect with these lives, and being able to learn and grow with the ascension rod, the healing rods, it's really been valuable because I find that I'm being called more and more to them for my own personal yearning, but also through the information that everybody's sharing, through all of the knowledge that you've been bringing up, Shri, and my interest has peaked even more, and then how other people are using them. The other night, I pulled in my husband. I said, okay, let's use this. And he's not of all of this stuff, really. It's because of me. But even to have him holding the rod with me, you know, hit one rod and mine the other, and he's like, I feel it vibrate. It's like, that is so cool. So it's enhancing the peace, love, and joy within me that I know is my birthright. And I'm so excited for what is unfolding. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing. We love it. All right, who's next?
I think I can go. I already unmuted. Namaste, everyone. I'm so honored to be in the circle tonight because I feel as strongly as a circle. And every time I use the rods, I feel connection. It's very interesting. I feel very strongly connected, not just to my home planet, but to my soul family, to my home family around. And I started to think about our gathering is us. It's no longer all of you, it's us. And I'm truly called to use rods more and more to stabilize energy, because energy rising up so rapidly. What we're doing with Shri, with Soul Guided Meditation, energy rising up rapidly. And I feel like I have to hold the rods to assist the process. So it's easy on me when I hold in the rods. So I easily integrate energy and I'm lifting up, and it's much more smooth process, but also it's lifting me up the way I'm not able to lift up by myself. So rods are my essential, and you guys are my, I wouldn't say family because it's more than a family. We are as I am, and we are in unity, and we are doing it together. And I'm deeply honored. And I send in all my love to you. I hold in my rods, my quantum rods, and the heart for all of us. And I'm complete.
That was amazing, Kyla. I want to jump in, Kyla, beloved, beautiful one, because today I was holding rods and I was traveling up the divine galactic blueprint and remembering my sharing the information with you, and actually attuning with you today specifically. And Tim also came in earlier today. So it shows how connected we are. I'm holding my star consciousness rods, which I was holding earlier. And I had this vision of us all across the planet holding intention, thinking on some level that we're holding personal intention for ourselves, our families. But then I saw the connection of all of us and the momentum of intention. And intention is of the high heart. This is the compassion that rises to intentional compassion and the lifting. And it was amazing to hear you mirror what I was experiencing, that I see you in me as you see me in you. So thank you for bringing that forward.
Thank you.
Namaste, everyone. This is my first time on the panel, and I'm so honored to be in the circle. I was watching the capstone be put on this morning, and it was just like watching the Super Bowl in the fourth quarter, final minutes, and the skies, you know, it was just amazing. It was just amazing, amazing, wonderful victory for us, for humanity. And I just felt such a beautiful connection with the TOSA community. I love the amplification that the healing rods give me with just the simple Ave Sa breath, with my feet in the grass, sitting outside. And I just love the connection that it brings with everything. It just amplifies all the energies. So that's really all I'm at right now. So thank you.
Thank you.
Namaste, beautiful global Minga. So I am feeling very uplifted and expanded and connected. And I just have to share this experience that I had today. I was holding my rods and I was breathing the Vasa breath, and me and the rods became one. Like, it felt like I was holding nothing, and I could just felt like I was one with the rods. And I saw the pyramid of peace completed, and I saw all the other pyramids completed, and this beautiful crystalline grid of peace, love, and joy flowing through the Gaia and the universe. And it was amazing. Thank you.
Thank you. Wow. These are incredibly beautiful sharings, and I'm feeling very touched by the steadfast commitment, focused awareness, and complete trust, and the sincerity, love, and presence of this whole group of beings and what's being co-created here and how connected we all are.
Yeah, thank you, Jess. You know, each of us is like a little spark of light on the grand cosmic disco ball, and we are radiating, and if we think of those sparkles as the dance, then dance on. It's so wonderful to be together and to celebrate. And truly, the tools that are represented by these healing rods are a reflection of your soul's energy. The rods themselves are humming. They're like a musical instrument, but when you hold them, your energy is interacting with the musical instrument. The rods are helping you play you, helping you sing the song of your soul. And so wherever you are in your journey, whether you're just kind of waking up or you think you're so ascended, it doesn't matter what you think. What matters is that you hold them and you breathe and you let your heart open. Sincerity, love, and presence. And presence happens when we trust. You cannot be present if you're distrusting. You cannot be loving if you're distrusting. So trust and love are the same thing. However, trust is the openness that allows the radiation to flow. And so it's important to recognize they go hand in hand. They're truly the same thing, because openness to what? Openness to your authenticity. You are love. Okay, so, it's like we don't need to mess around with words. However, without that sense of trust, meaning let the ego relax, the love doesn't radiate in the most nourishing way. And Tim, you shared a little bit about the pyramid today, and as did others. I want to give you one quick little photo before we move into a little meditation, because it's such a celebration. So let me share a couple of pictures that happened today. Hang on, let me see. Okay, here's the first one. This is showing you there's a lot of content in this picture I want to share with you. No, right down here is the capstone, but actually what that is the structure that will hold the glass that is the capstone. We're using laminated glass to be safe, and it's very heavy. These are big. This is a big chunk of glass. And as you look at the pyramid here, you're going to see about 6 guys up there, and there's a couple of rails. And that's what they're using to slide the capstone up. This thing weighs a half a ton, and they're bringing it up to the top. Meanwhile, there's another crew over here on the left that's starting to put the skin on the pyramid. You see the beautiful gray? It's actually a bronze colored skin. And so this is truly a celebration and a miracle in its own right. And let me show you, we'll go to another sequence shot here. Let's see, where am I? Here we go. This is the lifting going on, and they're almost at the top. Oh. Now, it took them a day to get to this place, and we had 25 men working today. 25 souls. You got 8 of them now at the top. You've got another 8 at the bottom, and some are putting on the skin. And so this lifting, the thing that was the miracle is, if you look at the picture, you go, how do they get from the side to the top? That took lots of ropes, lots of trust, lots of muscle, and inspiration. And I have one more photo I can show you to celebrate these beautiful men. So here they are. You can see the Triple Goddess Lakes here at Tosa Blue Mountain off to the side, and you can see the location of the pyramid and how the synergistic energy is going to be flowing there. Let me zoom this in a little bit and take you to the top of the pyramid. And they're just beginning to lift it here. That's what I captured. And we have a series of video and more information that we'll share with you tomorrow on our live broadcast. This is a teaser. This is a preview. Because tomorrow at noon, is it noon?
1 Eastern. We are at 1 Eastern. It's a special edition, 1 p.m. Eastern.
So instead of our normal noon, we're at 1 Eastern, and we're going to be broadcasting with with Scott Katamas, and we're going to be on for 90 minutes, and we'll be sharing a movie and more information on the pyramid and what's going on. But for this moment, because this happened today, they did get the structure attached. Everything is perfect. And now all the skin's going to go on, and then at the last day, up comes the glass that will be at the top, and we have a series of LED lights inside so that at night this is going to radiate out and people will know that love is here, light is here, and we are so delighted to be participating. Now I want to share one more thing, and then we'll do our closing meditation. One of the engineers, there are 5 engineers working here. There's a bamboo engineer, a structural engineer. There is an architect. There is one other guy. I don't know what his title is engineer, but he's kind of the maestro coordinating all these men. And I stood there with him at the Triple Goddess Lakes as we watched them finish the top, and he began to weep. He literally was crying, going, in 36 years as building buildings, I have never seen anything so beautiful. Yet he was just, the energy had just touched him. And he said, to think that we are building something that helps people rather than for selfish reasons. He says, this is a gift. This is a miracle. This is something I'm going to tell my grandchildren about. Oh. And I just gave him a big hug, and I said, me too, you know.
Pure love, pure love.
It's just love and radiance, and you know, and okay, I'm going to throw up one more share screen. So you've seen this before, but I want to remind you that the energy that is generated is a frequency that supports emotional experience. So the lower frequency energies support various emotional orientations. But when we get up above 500, and that pyramid's already well into the 500s, it hasn't touched 600 yet because the skin isn't on and the internal radiation, but it's almost there, and we haven't even finished. It's going to be, I think it's going to exceed expectations. But right now, it's radiating at around 550, which is in the frequency of joy. And so it's just so beautiful. The men that are working on this pyramid, when the capstone got up there, they were crawling up to stand on the top and do the happy dance and hands in the air. And I'm going, oh, please be safe. You know, they're 7.5 stories high. Yeah. And they're just exuberant. The exuberance and the gift of the collaboration. And really, is that not the essence of global Minga, that we collaborate together through our sincere projection of love and support and nourishment? And that brings me to the Divine Galactic Blueprint. So as we have been traveling each and every day for the last 2 weeks now, we have been working with the Ascended Chakra energy and the Divine Galactic Blueprint, which is the 12-pointed Ascended energy system that begins at the heart and it goes up. And we have been visiting, touching, inviting this golden energy. We've transited through the exploded crown into the golden energy, which is that transitional point where we move into what we would refer to as the Elohimian way, to be connected to the divine. When we're in the lower chakras, and even in the Divine Galactic Blueprint, the lower chakras are connected more to the other strata, the 5th and 7th dimensional energies. You can still be in form, you can still have a body, you can live an ascended life, you can have all the joy of earthly existence. And when we begin to anchor, not just touch, but anchor in these frequencies, we are more in the divine pathway than in the worldly pathway. Doesn't mean you can't do both. You can be completely worldly for a moment or a year or a day or a week. However, when these energies anchor, the ascended being is radiating more love and more joy and is less concerned about the issues of density, because the density issues are always rooted in fear, distraction, and separation. And yet, that is the compost, the spiritual energy needed to educate us, to remind us to choose. It is through our sacred ability to choose that we lift. It happens because we say yes. So I'm going to leave this up on screen and just invite us to, in this moment, to be in a meditative state. We're only going to take a couple minutes here, and then we will just kind of close and leave you wherever you are in that meditative state. So, beloved panel, I'll say thank you right now to being here and lending your love. And for the moment, I'm just going to leave this up on screen. And we invite you, if you have your rods, to hold them. You begin at the heart. And begin breathing, Ave Sa. Let's take 3 deep clearing breaths together now. Inhaling Ave. Sa. And again. Sa. And again. I invite you to stretch your arms out, parallel to the earth. Continuing to breathe. And inwardly look upward. Feel, sense, or imagine that golden portal. I am trust. And I am choosing to lift. Feel yourself lifting. And allow the hands, the arms of this beautiful body of form to lift upward and form a chalice. And tilt your head back. And feel that energy of openness to the divine, beloved Creator, beloved Spirit. I am here. And breathe. I am ready. And breathe. I am open. Breathe. Guide me. Guide me. Continuing to breathe. Feeling that open portal of golden energy, allow your arms to go to wherever it's comfortable for you. And in this moment, you are the mystic, connecting with the frequencies of the divine embrace. Be there, beloveds. Namaste.